All right, a big thank you to our amazing sponsors and a big shout out also to Solely Designs as well. This is Peter from the Crowject for episode 289, and we're up and about for our prediction pod and also our first game of the year as well for Premiership points. Now, like I said, my name's Peter, but it's not just me on tonight. I've also got Lleyton. Hello, Lleyton.
Hello, how's it going? You came for this season. Round zero has just been and gone. And it feels like there was no footy at all.
Well, exactly. There were 2 days where we were devoid and sort of scratching for things to watch and do, including a DVD on a 34cm CRT over your left shoulder. What's playing tonight, Lleyton?
We've got the 97 season highlights. Getting some inspiration for the win against St Kilda back in 97 for this round one upcoming game.
Not to rub it in too much, but anyway, we'll cross also to Soph as well. Soph, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Good. Now, if you hear Soph rustling around at points tonight, it's because she will be grabbing a spray bottle to fend off a couple of cats, which she has lovingly adopted. So, what's their names again? Callie and
Callie and Freddie.
Callie and Freddie as well. Big shout out to Callie and Freddie as well. My cat Marie may be scratching at the door at some point too. We find her in a box somewhere, like not Schrodinger's style. Like she'll be all good. So we've got a lot to cover tonight. We've got all of our predictions and a big shout out to everyone that engaged with that one on our Instagram too. We've also got a little bit of our segments coming back. We've got Segment Street for our amazing patrons. Head over to patreon.com/Crowject for that one too. We'll do Beryl and Cecil of the Week and basically an update on tipping and fantasy and everything else like that too. But how about we just crack straight into the predictions? Because I think this is something that we had a plethora of responses online. Now, first off, let's just itemize the different question that we have. And we also have some write-ins as well for some of our co-hosts that aren't on tonight too. But some of the questions we're going through tonight are, where do the Crows finish in 2025? Who wins the Mao Crom Blight medal for best and fairest? Who's getting the most fines for the Crows this season? The most hectic headline for 2025, which we'll talk about further. Who is most likely to try a drastic hairstyle? What's the new nickname for a Crows player and why? Biggest jump of the ladder and biggest faller in the ladder. And for one of these questions as well, we're doing a giveaway of a double pass to the game against the Saints this weekend too. So let's get to the first question and drum roll or whatever else like that. Oh, we do have drum roll too. Oh, here we go. Lleyton.
Okay.
Where do the Crows finish in 2025?
I've got us just sneaking into the 8 with 8th. Done my ladder predictor. And
Colour me shock. Yes.
Yeah. Very exciting finish of the season, hopefully.
So you did say ladder predictor.
Yes.
As well. So you've done, obviously, you have predicted the whole ladder.
Yes.
Sophie, have you done that as well, or have you just gone on vibes?
No, I've just gone purely on vibes.
I like it.
I think we're going to finish 6th. Couldn't tell you how many wins or losses that means, but I think we're going to be just in that bottom of the top 8.
On the top 8. Look, personally, I have gone straight for 4th. I think we do get a double chance. And
Top 4.
Yeah, top 4. Lids are off. And let me just say, the amount of times that I've predicted 4th in the past, it's always come off well. So
Yeah, for the AFLW, but not.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yes. So Ray has mentioned that he says that the Crows will finish 5th. And Cream has said 7th. And Lockie, he went with 7th as well. So, look, I think as a cohort, we've all gone for making finals, essentially. Now, if we go over to Instagram for our exclusive polling, which was able to give a huge sample as well, and a big thank you to everyone that responded to this one, because it was a plethora of responses. So, overall, we had something about close to, let me have a look, about 500 plus responses, I reckon. So the top one at 70% with 302 votes, 5th to 8th was 70%. So basically 85% of people writing in said would make finals because 15% said we would be making first to fourth. 9th to 13th got 55 votes. 7 votes for 14th to 18th. Interesting. I look through here and, 3 of them are troll accounts that I know that we've muted a while back for Port.
But they've managed to predict that's credit. That's persistence.
Yeah, I mean, look, we may end up having the same amount of finals wins this year as Port did in 2023. So, no, that's fantastic there. Now, next question that we have about who wins the Malcolm Blight medal. I'm going to cross to Sophie this one. So, here we go. This drummer's getting a warm-up. Soph, who wins
I've
the
gone
medal?
Soligo.
Nice.
I think he had a really good preseason and he's raring to go.
Yeah, Crowject's own. The Crowject's own Soligo.
Absolutely. And a big shout out to Kristen who did that interview as well with Jake Soligo. We'll be having that at the end of the pod tonight. We'll be putting that up there. And that was an exclusive for our patrons for a little while. They got it before everyone else did at patreon.com/Crowject. So what about yourself, Lleyton, with your pick?
I've gone safe-ish and I've gone with Rankin. I think full season and he's the best player in our team.
Nice.
To be honest.
Nice.
What about you?
You know, I've gone a bit of a sexy pick.
Okay.
Not just because of who it is as well, but I've gone with Fog.
Fog. Okay.
And the reason I said, yes, Sophie. That is a sexy pick. Yeah, she says. Now, the reason I've said that, though, is because the leadership side of things, I want to see him embrace it. And if this pays off, it is, a bit of a hedge bet here, but if it pays off, I really do think he could be a real leader.
Yeah.
The other smoky that I'll give out as well is Max Michaelini. Unless the thumb isn't as good. So thumbs out for Max.
No, that's a good shout, especially in the best and fairest. They always give a lot of votes to defenders who do their job, and Max is the perfect contender for that.
Agreed.
Talking about thumbs up, can I just take this in a completely different direction? I went to the shops yesterday and you know how they've got like the pedestrian crossings and you have to stop and wait for people obviously to walk across the road. I stopped for this mum and her kid and, the mum was like, thanks. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. And the little kid would have been like maybe 2. And as they're walking past, they just look over at me and go, while they're walking. And so I did it back and then as they kept walking, then they were just waving at me and I'm like, oh.
That's good. At least
so
I didn't
cute.
start crying. Like you waved back and then just stranger. But that's awesome.
It was just so random how they just look at me and went, the cheesy grin.
Do you reckon they've been doing that in front of Max Michaelini's house, just mocking him? They can use their thumb.
And he's there like, damn it. Can't get a thumbs up even for myself. That's awesome, so. And thank you for stopping for pedestrians. That's
You're so welcome. Actually, that same day, I nearly got taken out by someone who didn't want to stop at that crossing.
You didn't
I might not be here.
You didn't even go for revenge. I mean, with someone else. That's noble.
I'm really doing my bit for society.
Very John Noble of you. So, we've got Lockie who has said Isaac Rankin for the Malcolm Blight medal. Also, Cream has said the same. And also, Ray has gone for our boy Soligo. So, it's a good spread. Now, some of the people writing in, because we did ask about people writing in for that one, and every time I go, because it's now an archive story, I'm having to go back and open the bloody thing. Where is it? Well, I did a boo-boo because I said, just write in. And unfortunately, it was as a message. So we've got something like 40-odd messages of people saying, Keen, Franken, Sligo. Now, I went with so it was Jordan Dawson, Ben Keys, or Riley O'Brien as the picks, because obviously you can only do a pick, and then other reply with your answer below. So 61% went with Dawes, 13 went for Keys, 5 for Rob, and the others had 21%. And let me tell you, someone wrote in Lockie Murphy. Look,
Does that mean the SNFL best and fairest? Or?
It could be. Could be. The jury's out on that one. Now, next up, this is the one that can cost a little bit of cash. Who is getting the most fines this season? Oh, hang on. The drummer's busy. Yeah.
It's a long drum roll, this one.
Lleyton, you tell me. Who's getting the most fines?
I've gone with Laird. I've gone with the angry old man who's getting frustrated that he's having to play in the half-back line.
He's sick of being the step ladder, and he's just getting angry.
Oh, that's a good one. Start the season
I'm
well.
so sorry.
Drummer's on fire tonight. Laird. Okay. So Laird, because of his anti-Italian Semitism, it's probably a part of it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Soph.
I've gone Keen, mainly because he just keeps tripping people. I don't know if his legs are just too long and he can't control them.
Yeah, he's trying to do the Irish sidestep when he doesn't have the ball, so that doesn't work out for him.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's just got to keep going down that trajectory, and he's going to get the most tripping fines the competition has ever seen.
Yeah, and look, I'm going to give a shout out to a friend of the pod on Patreon, Justin Chiggy Cummings. He said literally that, keen if he keeps tripping blokes. And I've got Simon _VG49 has said, Josh Rochelle, just for being a good-looking specimen. However, Josh Rochelle was the overwhelming vote.
Yeah, Cream's got Rochelle.
Yep. And then...
Ray's got Hinge, which I can see. I think that's a good shout. He can get frustrated.
He gets fiery, yeah.
But and I think Worrell as well. He gets into those sort of spats.
Yeah, we had a couple for Worrell too. Look, I'm going to go with the trendy pick of Rash as well, purely for the fact that he can do it. He can do it. And Dandy has gone with Tex as well. I'm just trying to think of Tex's previous fines. I know there was an end of 2021 against GWS or something. Didn't he get suspended or something else like that, or got a fine for whacking someone? And then there was another thing he did. Oh, yeah, anyway, I'll shut up about that. But yeah, there's a couple for Fog as well. And look, someone has written in Green, as in Toby Green. I don't think...
Is there a mid-season
are we
transfer
getting the
window?
mid-season?
And we've got someone who must have deactivated their account because they've written Toby Murray. And I can't open their account to see who exactly it is, but shout out to them. Thank you for participating. Now, next, we have, of course, the most hectic headline for 2025. So this is
a good one.
So this is the one that's and we do this every year, of the outlandish prediction of the AFL as a whole. So it could be, the AFL announce a moon expansion team. Players switch from AFL to NRL, triggering a petty legal fight as well, because this whole opening round was, of course, in response to the NRL and Vegas thing, which went off without a hitch and no incidences whatsoever. And KO working properly, which, that's not going to work. So I'm just going to ask you guys. And first I'm going to be asking Sophie here. So if you could tell me who or what is your most hectic headline for 2025, Soph?
Okay. The last couple of years I've ran with the same thing, so I'm going to change it up this year. I think that a well-known commentator from Fox Footy or Seven is going to get fired some point during the season. They're going to be a little bit naughty and they're going to be gone
Who's it going to be?
mid-season. I don't know.
One of them will say something stupid, you reckon? It's good odds.
I reckon the one that could do it would be BT.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason I say that, I heard an interview with him on 5AA the other day, and he sort of started going on a tangent about this woke nonsense, which whenever I hear a man over 60 mentioning those words, I'm just like,
Here we go.
You've got some spice in the background that I don't want to know about, but you could just see that coming out on the air. So, no, that's a great shout. So commentator fired mid-season. Now, Lleyton.
I've gone with, for the most hectic headline, the Rory Sloane and Kane Corns to star in new reality TV show.
Okay, we need to workshop this.
I'm not sure what type.
It'll be like The Fire Within.
Yeah.
But it's more of a piss take of the fact that he couldn't be a fireman. But it'd be like, it'd start off with some slow-mo footage of Sloaney surfing, just generally, because as we've discussed, he is the golden retriever. He can sell anything. Everyone loves him. There's no problems.
That's why I think it'll work with him and Kane.
Yeah, but Kane's the
volcano.
Please. Okay, we'll workshop this in Segment Street.
Yeah.
So Sloane and Kane Corns. So KK. The other KK.
Don't say one more K.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. So please help. You already did yours.
I've already done mine. This is up to you.
My bad. I'll go to some of what people have written in. Now, shout out to Jess Cook, one of our amazing patrons, who's written in, AFL hires competent umpires for 2025 season. I'll be a bit late for the season. Jacob Linky. Marcus Bontempelli has retired at 30 to take up poker.
Poker. Oh, I love it.
And Laura Kay has written in, Kelly Underwood sacked for actually starting to make sense. In brackets, it'll never happen.
And related to that, Cream's put, Kelly Underwood forgets Fremantle's name and calls them Purple Team.
I love that.
And I think it'd be good if she just does every team. Just go by the vibes colour. Just get complicated with Brisbane and Adelaide and
primary colours.
Yeah, primary team.
The primary team, yeah.
Primary team.
The slightly off
primary team.
Primary team for Brisbane, or I don't know.
Oh, God. Now, Dandy has said most hectic headline for 2025. He might have missed the memo here. He said Crows light up gather round in 5-0 start.
No, that's hectic. That's not going to happen. That means Crows consistent.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. Now, what was the one that Ray had? Sorry.
He put Kane Corns eats alone in Channel 7. Channel 7 commentary divided.
Could you imagine that as a shot? Like, we've got the photo of, what's the name of it? Dwayne Russell chugging the 2-litre milk. Just a lonesome shot of Kane Corns just sitting in the corner, like shunned, with the Domino's pizza box that Justin G. Cummings has drawn all over, that sort of thing. Now, so one of the others, I like this one. Dutton drops Tassie team. That's from Patreon Hayden Arthur. It's written in. B Wolf 91 has written in. Someone KOs King hits Kane Corns live on the air.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. PDC 2211 has written, Ken changes his mind, signs on with Port forever. Oh, my God.
Damn.
Yeah. Sam Attier has written in and says, Rory Atkins wins the showdown medal.
Oh, I want that to happen,
Could you
actually.
imagine?
I think he'll win the showdown medal, but it will be for the Crows. Like, it will be because he played in the showdown and he did so much service for the Crows and the Crows won and he gets the showdown medal. My
favourite memory of Rory Atkins in a showdown is the 2018 showdown with Josh Jenkins and the
yes,
goal.
He kicks the
and
point.
The fact that he marks it and everyone's like, oh my God, thank God and everything. And the siren, I swear the siren goes after he's kicked it. So he doesn't know how much time, but he still fucks the kick. And it's just like, it's just beautiful. Now, okay, Josh Newbury says, AFL does a mental health round. Oh, wait, that'll be actually a smart decision. David Train, Daddy Nix grows a mullet from the shock from winning a flag.
The shock. I mean, it'll be impressive if he grows it like the night after the grand final. Like, in shock, it just grows straight away.
the business is bad. But it would just be funny if it is just literally it's
true.
Yeah, it is Nigel Smart just barren desert up top, and then it's just an absolute rainforest at the back. That'd be great.
Amazing.
Simon VG49 says Shanghai Sharks become the 20th team in the AFL and begin playing by 2027. I don't know about that one. Chiggy. Justin Chiggy Cummings, it says Richmond bribe umpires still lose by 12 goals. AFL can't strip them of competition points. Thank you to everyone else that wrote in. One of our... we interviewed him only a few weeks ago, Matthew Pubs. He wrote in and says the Tasmanian team gets cancelled.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not going to lie. That's what I was thinking of for mine too. Because I could see them just saying this is getting a bit too hard because they're coming in 2027, yeah?
I could see it being pushed back. I don't think it was going to be cancelled.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be another negotiation for the media rights that will be coming up soon. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But no, Parbsy was thinking the same as moi. Now, this is the one where we have to pick a winner, obviously. So a double pass for this one. We'll be going to our favourite reply. But we'll get to ours first. So real quick, I'm going to be crossing a so for this one. What is the best and most creative, or who is the most likely to try a drastic hairstyle at the Crows? Who is the most likely to try a drastic hairstyle at the Crows, Soph?
This is based off of looking at those the headshots of everyone. Yep. I hope he doesn't, but the one that would be the most drastic would be if Weasel decided to just shave those glorious locks. That would hurt my soul so much.
That would suck.
But you know a guy that isn't going to change his hairstyle no matter what? It's Lleyton. That guy is like straight and narrow hairstyle. He knows what works for him. He is not changing that.
I like it.
That is a haircut you can set a clock to.
I remember he had a slightly emo look when he first came in, like a little bit longer. And then after that, the club just straightened him out. Nah, none of that. Get a VB haircut or you're not playing in the midfield.
I love that. Lleyton, who you got?
I've got Schoenberg because I feel like he's one of those guys who just has a lot of time on his hands. Like he's just like, I don't know what to do today. How about let's just shave my own head, or I don't know.
Are you telling me he just wakes up and he just sits up, bolt upright, and he's just like, I've got nothing to do today. And he just looks over in the corner and there's just like a little ding from the Phillips and Arelco like shaver. And he's just like, it's time. Rash, I'm borrowing your shaver. It's like the fifth one that Rash has gone through this year. Oh man. Now, look, personally, I was thinking Dawson. And I was thinking it more like a Buddha-like, a Buddhism, like, something's not going well at the club or something. So he does what they do in Buddhism when things are awry, shaves the hair to be born anew.
Okay.
And it doesn't work. So, but anyway, I was thinking something like that. Now, some of the things written in, so Lockie said Nank is going to try a new hairstyle as well. What did Cream and Ray say?
Rash for Ray. Ray put Rash, and so did Cream. So, I mean, he already went pretty short, didn't he? Recently.
Look, Soph, I'm sure you agree with me on this. Italians getting a buzz cut. The caterpillars, like, look at these. It just sticks out too much. So Rash, look, I know you did the sauce on the weekend, mate, but please, like, just keep a bit of hair, just a bit of hair. Huh?
I would love to see someone get like the whole mohawk situation back in style.
Yeah, do it. Do a Mark
just for like something completely
2000,
different.
just like a little bit of a mohawk every
like
game.
Some blonde tips or something.
Yes, maybe Welsh can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like his dad.
Oh, that's nice. nice. That's a good shout, Tyler. Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, speaking of mullets, now I'm going to go through some of the responses. I want you to gauge some of them and just keep them in your head. Look, we got Gogs EYM who said Tex with a mohawk. Simon _VG49 said Lockie Murphy going with the bleach blonde Slim Shady / Eminem buzz cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jamie Jonas said Texan getting the old Keezer haircut. Now, that'll be the luscious locks, you know. That'll be...
Those curls.
Yeah. Now, this is pertinent. Swainstagram has said Rob to go with a hairstyle to represent a hole-in-one, which... if you saw, he was all up and about and turned up to training wearing that too.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. Alex Dry says everyone to get a skullet to intimidate the other team in the grand final.
So don't do a funny stance. Do funny
no
hairstyle. Be like, I don't recognise this guy. What do I do?
Power hair. Yeah.
How is this guy going to play in the grand final? Because I can't. They all look the same. I like it.
That's good. That's good. Matthew Pubs has written in as well. Rory Laird goes the Matty Nix. Chrome done. Bang. Hey, look, Matt Pubs, obviously, he's got the same hairstyle. So, Josh Newbury. Dawson goes prime Judd, shaves the head and embarrasses the comp weekly.
Oh, that's a good shout.
I like that one, though.
I love that one. Wins a couple Brownlows.
Yeah. It's a casual couple of Brownlows, you know, no big deal. Then moves to Carlton and gets on the Visi board and gets kickbacks and then, you know, whatever. Darren Burgess to show up to the first showdown with an 80s perm. So like with the Jerry curls, you know. That's from J.K. Williams.
I could really see that with Burgess. I don't know. He has that look.
There's two really good ones right here. Sam Attier, he's written in, Fogg takes the next step by committing to a 2008 spec Taylor Walker mullet. Like he just goes full. And would that suit the southeast vibe, Soph, you reckon? Is that a Lucendale, you know, long locks?
I don't know. It kind of feels more Mount Gambier.
Oh, that's great. Riding Ranger has said Josh Rochelle shaves the lot and looks like 2009 Randy Orton from the wrestling. I like that one too. Brendan McGarrigan, he said Rob to grow a multicoloured afro. I don't know if you just grow it.
Multicoloured. Crow's coloured afro. You know, he's got to be on scene. He has to dye every week. Yeah. He looks like a cheer squad member, but he's in the ruck.
Bradley Drummond said Dawson to lead the way with a reverse mullet dyed Crom colours. That's I feel like that'd be something that would pop up on your DVD there, Lleyton. You remember people when they've just painted their whole face and it's been like a warm day in the cheer squad and it's just slowly melted.
You might see it.
Yes. Casey Guthrie's gone for the same thing as one of our previous people writing in. Riley goes a hole-in-one with a shaved golf design on his head. Summer Kiara has said Fogg gets a mohawk bleached at the ends only. Brown Dog 32. Jordan Dawson goes cornrows. Like Bo Derek and 10. Dang, that's I don't know, Brandon. It's a bit, that is extreme. We're coming near the end here, guys. Punchy Bassett says Rob will try the blonde rinse. I don't know. He's so tall you won't be able to see it. Laura Kay says Tex goes to Turkey for hair implants, comes back with an afro. That is so oddly specific, Laura. I love that because there's a reel on Instagram that's come up of someone at the international departures in Istanbul, and it's all of these guys that have gone there to get implants in their hair, and they've got like the head wraps, like in the, they're like, and you're like, wow, that's a lot of people, and this is just on one day. So yeah, there's a lot happening. This isn't about the Crows, but Jay Allen has said Sam McClure to rock the Avatar arrow haircut so we know where to punch. Wow. And Bradvertiser said Luke Nankervis sporting a mohawk. Now, out of those ones, guys, who do we like?
The one that stands out to me was just everyone shaves the hair the same for the grand final if you make it.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah, the skullet to intimidate the other team in the grand final, Alex Dry. What do we think? Is that our winner?
Yeah, I reckon so.
The winner to congratulations to
congratulations.
User.
Oh my God, I've got a message you. Yeah, we've got the crowd here as well. That's going to enough out of you. All right, cool. Now, thank you so much, Alex Dry. We'll be messaging you very soon as I stop recording you, to message about that. So I will screenshot it and circle it and probably forget it anyway. But congrats, mate. You're going to the game this weekend. Now, some of the other questions that we had as well was about a new nickname for the players. Now, this was one that obviously best winner, the best one will win a Go Crom beanie. But any new nicknames, guys? Lleyton, I'll cross to you.
I honestly couldn't think of one. I don't know. The really average one was Schoenberg again, just like show me a burger. Like that's literally all I could think of, and I want to hospital hand
that's
pass.
Quite a long nickname. It's longer than his actual name. I feel like that's not
yelling.
the point.
Just yelling that over the fence. Hey, show me a burger. Show me a burger. What? Okay. So, nicknames.
Well, my first one is obviously NAB, which I feel like is catching on because us dyslexic people it takes too long to say A and B, so you might as well just say NAB.
Yeah.
And the other one for Muzz is Snickers. I was watching a video like years ago and someone was talking about different nicknames for people.
Yeah.
And like his name is Nick and Nick is in Snickers, and I don't know. It just sounded like cute and like it's a really good chocolate. So
I mean,
he's just going to be Snickers now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that these are all food related.
Yes. If you want to make a Snickers sandwich, have you heard how to make a Snickers sandwich? So?
No.
Okay.
No.
Nutella, peanut butter.
Oh.
It's underrated. Trust me.
Makes sense.
My brother-in-law showed it to me, and it was like a portal open in my brain of low energy, highly delicious foods. So, yeah, do yourself a favour and try that one.
I will.
Yeah. Now, I was thinking for peatling, I was thinking something along the lines of fertiliser. I brainstormed it in my head because peat, like it's the stuff that it didn't work. And that's as far as I got. Now, what is it? We've got Dandy, who's said blinds for Dan Curtin because curtains are blind. I'm glad that he clarified that by saying because curtains are blind. Thank you, Lockie, for that. What are some of the other ones written there, Lleyton?
We had Ray with Hugh Bond calling him Whip. He will lock opposition down so often it will be bondage, hence Whip.
Ooh, that's good.
That's very good. And then we had Cream with Oscar Ryan and calling him the Grouch, which is just great.
That's right.
If he's not already called that at the club, we need to get this message to all of his teammates, except him.
Yeah, we need an inquiry at the club. # we want answers AFC. Now, we've got some other responses here. We've got for Murray, we've got the muzzler. You just got muzzled. And that's from Tiana Boundy.
That's good.
Jess Cook, and we're going to get this one as a clean one. You ready? For Isaac Cumming, squirt. Squirt. Hey, she wrote it. Thank you, Jess Cook, a friend of the pod and Patreon, for us and now anointing Isaac Cumming, squirt. Izana _Gebrez, Riley Tilthorpe, Stoic the Vast. Yeah.
Any
Liam
clarification?
No
Context.
No follow-up. Liam Crompton, go Crom, he said, we will call Rob Westpac after the building in Adelaide, which is now RAA building, since he's so tall. So should we call Rob RAA? Or Rah?
Rah. I like the Rah.
Yeah. Alex Dry, Nick Murray as the Dredger. Yeah.
That works for him, I think.
Yeah, J Allen _05 says Isaac Spankin, because we're going to go 23-0. Laura K, Mickey Mouse for Michael Laney. Yeah. Zach Payne, Texan to Californian. That tan has levels to it. Tex, one syllable. Californian. So,
no, it works.
Yeah,
like the show me
Of
your
course,
burger.
Lleyton would say that.
Yeah, it's fine. Punchy Bassett, chicken for Legs O'Brien, or chicken legs for O'Brien.
Yeah, the legs comparison on Instagram was great.
Ooh, yeah. Brown Dog 32 has said Isaac Cumming needs to be called Going. Because Cumming, it's not as sexual innuendo as squirt. But we got Paula Grove who said the Murphinator. That's, yeah. Angus Bain. I can't read that one out. Not on the main pod.
Okay. So we've got to save some stuff.
Got to save that one for Second Street. Ooh. If Cummings is the cum dog, says Hayden J after, does that make Peatling the hot tease?
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, spicy. Roscoe and the Boss & Co said Isaac Cumming is the big evil. That's because he has a scowl that looks very evil in his Crow's media picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that. And someone called Sophie has written in about also NAB is definitely a thing for Alex Neil Bullen for us slightly dyslexic homies. So,
Don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Ella Durbs.
I feel like she did a second one too somewhere, but I
She
think I've
did.
already talked about that too.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. But Nick Murray is now Snickers. I don't know. It's cute, but also an elite chocky. Being keys to success, because keys to success for Ella Durbs.
like it because it's longer.
Tyler Welsh equals SOS or SOS. What else?
Is it because he's going to save our souls, or is he the answer?
I guess it's a
Son of Scott.
yeah. Shout out to Callie as well. If you're watching on YouTube as well, yeah, you can give it a big ups and make sure you like and subscribe us to say hello to Callie as well. Because if you don't, then Callie's going outside. So
She's like, nope.
nope, she's out. Riding Ranger said Nick Murray equals Wiggle because of Murray from the Wiggles. In case it's not clear.
Yes.
It is now. Yes.
Love the Wiggles.
Gilbo's just gone with Alicia for Ben Keys.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
that's good.
And Josh Newbury he's come back again. Wingnut for Isaac Cumming. He plays on the wing, and well, you get it because yeah, okay. This is my front runner. I'll say it. Simon _VG49. Isaac Cumming as the Jizzler. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Ha-ha emoji, eggplant emoji, splash emoji. The Jizzler.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. That's
Jordan,
front runner right now.
For Jordan Butts, could you do Kim K? Or like some other celebrity with a big booty.
with a who's got a thick derriere.
We could call him Nicki for Nicki Minaj.
Or WAP.
That's good. Second level.
Yeah, WAP.
Wishes and prayers.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Yes. Wishes and prayers.
Good recovery, so shout out to Kelly. Jamie _Jonas777 has Mark Keane as the Keane machine because he's one of the best defenders. # more Mark Love. It's quite long. And then the Jackster has said Peatling equals bog, as in Pete Bog. Okay, that's probably better than what I suggested. That's for sure. Now, what are we thinking, guys? Anyone's out? Look, I love the Jizzler. I just think that's.
Who wants a beanie? Like, it's a tough. It's a lot to choose from.
Do you need to cover up your Jizzler? Then get yourself a Crom beanie. All right, screw it. Is it gonna? Yeah. Are we gonna give it to Simon? What do we think? Yeah,
sure.
Why not? All right, beautiful. Thanks, guys. All right, now we did ask as well, and I just did these as follow-up ones about where are Port going to finish, because fuck them. And basically, the overarching vote was for 9th to 13th, with 55% of the vote, which is on par. Only 24% of people reckon they're going to finish. They're going to make finals. And who knew, with an unbiased poll like what we've done, they would say that. Yeah. Where do we think Port's going to finish, guys?
Oh, about 10th.
Yeah, that's exactly
just vibes.
That's exactly where I've got him on my ladder predictor. Shout out Squiggle ladder predictor. I don't think they'll do all right. I've got us getting in the 8 with the same amount of wins as Port, but on percentage. So.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think it'll go well.
That's a shame. Now, the other one that I asked for was just a hot take for 2025. Just for the Crows in general, that sort of thing. Shout out to Bayside Plumbing, who I'm not sure the name of the gentleman who's behind Bayside Plumbing. It is a local plumber, obviously. But he's in Bali right now. He's getting his spritz on something fierce. He's getting all sorts of things that are happening to him. He was messaging like an absolute fiend about 3 nights ago, and he said, I'm very drunk, but I love yous a lot. So shout out to Bayside. And I messaged him the next morning saying, are you okay? And he said, I can't remember. So now, Bayside Plumbing, they wrote in and said, McAndrew will take the number 1 ruck spot by the end of the season.
Is that forced in or necessary?
Not sure. Now, I'll get to you guys about some hot takes, but I just want to say, Ryder.pink23 said, Riley O'Brien to call out Nick Daycox to a boxing match by round 17. I don't understand. It's oddly specific, but now, Soph, what's your hot take for the Crows for 2025? It can be an off-field thing. But
hopefully not like a club statement situation.
Yeah. We don't. If there's I hope not.
Can you come back to me, because this wasn't on our list,
Yeah,
so I
this
didn't
wasn't as part of
think
our
about
homework.
this one. You've put me on the spot. Give me a minute.
Well, while we sizzle up what our co-hosts are going to get to, we've got here Tom Terrace said top 6 and Saligo gets the bloody medal. You should have done that before. Luke Smith has said, come 6th to a home final and we belt Port in the elimination final.
That would be the most stressful
the 20
game.
Year anniversary.
Yes, the 20-year anniversary of the 05 semi-final belting.
Yeah. Alex Dreyer said Sid Draper headlines will overshadow the rest of the midfield. I hope those are good headlines.
Yeah.
Footy posting trolling extraordinaire Ethan has written in and said, Darcy Fogarty has the worst year of anyone in football history. He hates Darcy Fogarty for no reason whatsoever.
It's good he's too good. Who wouldn't be jealous of him?
He's a Geelong fan. He's a good friend of mine. He's a Geelong fan. And he said that Darcy Fogarty is the most underperforming forward in the competition. And I said, have you seen Eric Hipwood? So, yeah. And he was like, yeah, that's true. Zach Payne, now this is a good one. Too much midfield depth and selection becomes rough for certain games later in the year. Gee, that sucks. Punchy Bassett said Nick sacked early in the year for Murray Davis to take over and take us to finals. I mean, God. Brown Dog. Filthy to win the Coleman. And then Hamo Numo said Luke Pedler for All-Australian.
Oh, that's a big call.
Ooh.
That's a very big call. I'll be surprised if he plays enough games. Back on the Phil Thorpe prediction. I feel like everyone's predicting him for Coleman. I'm seeing a lot. But I don't know. I feel like he's not as much of a, high goal scorer compared to Fogg. I don't know, and they'll take goals off each other, but I just feel like Fogg's a more natural goal kicker. But I don't think Filthy's bad at all. You know, he's going to have crashed a lot of packs, but I don't know whether he's going to finish a lot of goals. Does that make sense?
Mm.
I really hope Fogg finishes well.
Like it.
Yeah. We have a Hawks-like rise this year to a top 4 and win a final, says Tyson. Like you?
I like it, but if we make it top 4, I want us to win more than one final.
Yeah, or else the curse continues.
Yeah.
Now, Dave Carnivale, friend of the pod and Patreon's written in, says Tex plays game 300 and kicks the sealer with goal 700 in the grand final.
What? Imagine.
I tell you what, the Jizzler will be up and about for that game, that's for sure.
He'll have his Crom beanie ready.
Oh my God, it's just catch it. Anyway. Ooh. Dom DeRuvo. I like this one.
Okay.
Ben Keys kicks the winner in the grand final against Sydney.
Yes.
Celebrates by asking for a review.
That would be iconic.
That's iconic.
So good.
And wow, B Rotus 9 said Crows lose every game in rounds 1 to 7, then don't lose for the rest of the year, including finals.
Wow.
Flick the switch.
So is that just like Brisbane but on steroids from last year?
Pretty much, yeah.
I like it. A lot of predictions.
Yeah.
Brought in.
Swainstagram has said someone will win the Coleman and the Brownlow. Yes.
Wow.
That tends to happen. And we will play finals. I think we need to have Ruskin and Zach at ESPN Arkansas. They have the board of promises or the wall of promises.
Yeah.
How about we put that on the wall of promises?
I mean,
Crows will.
To be honest, after doing the ladder predictor, I wouldn't. I feel like our chances are hanging on a thread unless we can really be a consistent football team, which I haven't been proven to see yet. Like, I hope I'm wrong, but going through the ladder predictor, I still feel like it's going to be tight because it's just so even. Yeah. But you're putting it on the Peter is putting it on the wall.
Stay there.
With
wall of promises.
I'm sure it's going to stay there until the end of the season.
Are you sure it's not a cabinet of promises? With
it's a drawer of promises.
A drawer of promises with a sticky note on it. You know.
Yes, exactly. And shout out to the Australian College of Critical Care Nurses with their lovely post-it notes as well. Listen to our pre-roll for more information about GSM chat that we went through. Mitch Power. Wallace wins a showdown medal in the back half of the year.
I like it.
The hot take that I was going to do was one of our defenders wins the showdown medal. I think maybe Max or Worrell.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be a rebounding player.
Up there. Sorry, there was a cat that just ran straight at my head.
I did see that. That was a bit spicy.
Was scary.
The cat's getting excited about these defenders, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, mate, who said Max Michelangelo? I don't have thumbs. I don't mind that one. So
I like it. I've gone with that we're going to have the identical final series as 2015, where we win against the Bulldogs in an elimination final away at the G, and then lose to the Hawks in the semi, which honestly, at this point of the season, I'd be happy with. As much as a loss in a semi would be suck. I feel like that finals run would be a good step forward.
Yeah, and look, that final series, as bad as this sounds, I remember watching that game against the Hawks, and I was just thinking, God, they're going to three-peat it, aren't they? And they did.
Yeah.
Like, so if you losing to the premiers, like the eventual premiers, it doesn't make it as
I know.
bad.
I know exactly what you mean. It's happened to a few times over the years, like Sydney and in 2012 and like Brisbane.
I mean, that's all Port can hold
2000s.
on to for 2020.
Yeah.
You know, they lost in those shortened games. But even last year, losing to Sydney, and then Sydney just flew everywhere in the grand final. Oh, God. So is that going to go on the wall of promises?
It's going to go on the wall of maybes.
The wall of maybes. Oh, screw it. Leave that one for now. All right. So if yours is the
Defender winning a
defender side of things.
Showdown medal.
Okay. I think that, look, my thing that's going to be a hot take for the Crows this season is we are going to have a typical Darren Burgess year.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we're going to start very well.
Oh.
Because we're going to be a bit burnt out leading in from the preseason, because I think we've been smashed more than most. We have a very healthy list, which is great to see.
So we're healthy, but we'll start slow.
Yeah, healthy. Now, let me clarify. Healthy, but start slow, because I don't think we're going to run out games well to start the year.
Right.
Okay? So expect some fade-outs in fourth quarters. But I reckon as the season progresses, probably getting about round 8 or 9 is when we're going to start hitting our strides massively.
I like
and
it.
I'm not going to put that on the wall of promises, because look, last year I called the ESPN Arkansas Beagle and I said, bet the house on the Crows beating the Suns.
Oh.
And someone who was listening bet the house. Bet a lot of money. And they texted and were quite angry at my betting advice, which I was just like, well, that's your own fault. Why'd you listen to me? Anyway, now, one thing we also asked as well, who's going to be the biggest slider? I'm going to go to that one. Biggest faller on the ladder.
Yeah. Okay. I've gone with, Port, hopefully, because they finished second. But I've actually, the biggest slider on my ladder predictor is Sydney, because they finished first, and I've got them finishing 11th.
Yes. I've had a tough time going between the two of those, but I've picked Port just because, fuck them.
I've gone Geelong.
Oh.
They finished third last year. I just feel like maybe they're finally going to dip a little bit.
Yeah.
See,
we've been saying that for a few years.
You're the same as me, though. So I've thought that for so long, and now it's gotten to the point of no, they're
Now we
getting
can
old.
Maybe they won't.
Trust them.
Exactly.
They've got so many. They've got the Pork Ballarat Stadium that's never finished, and
exactly
they're always going to just keep coming up with people wearing headbands playing really well.
Yeah, I did see someone.
People.
I'm not sure if I read it out, but someone did do for their big thing that could happen for the AFL this year is Geelong finally get busted for salary cap rorting.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what happens, because literally they're not getting paid anymore. So they're just like, well, we're not turning up. Like, we're throwing out all this cotton on stuff that we keep getting every week. So, do you reckon?
Was it something related to Geelong where there was a comment made about, and they out of the blue said, "Oh, but they're not. There's nothing illegal about what they're doing down at Geelong." Just out of the blue, it was like, "Oh, hang on, no one brought that up."
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Please move on. You're going to ask questions. Look over there. Look, I'm going to go with Port as the biggest slider because, screw it. But I like the Geelong shout, though, because, been saying it for a while. Now, the biggest riser, or the active jizzler of the comp, as we'd like to say. Lleyton, who do you have?
I
It's going to make the biggest jump.
Excluding us, obviously, I've got Brisbane, because you might think, hang on, they won the premiership, but they finished 5th at the end of the home and away. So I think they're just going to finish top 2.
Just go up
and be the biggest prizes.
So Sophie's second team, Brisbane, get a home final.
Yeah.
Soph.
I've said just us because it just makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't really look at any other teams. I just went, yep, it's us.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to say us as well, because 15th to making it to 4th, bit of a jump. Now, Lockie went with Freo.
Oh, yeah.
And just so you know, for the biggest faller, he said the Bulldogs as well.
Bulldogs, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, what else do we have for... Cream said Sydney, and the biggest riser to be the Crows. And Ray said the biggest riser will be us, and the biggest fallers will Bulldogs as well. So interesting.
So it's going to be raining cats and dogs on the ladder.
God's sake. All right. That's painful. Yeah. Look. So that's really it for our prediction pod, guys. And a big thank you to everyone that contributed for that as well. Thank you, my amazing co-hosts as well for that one too. Amazing sponsors and patreon.com/Crowject to get all your Go Crom merch end of the season. Now, we are doing a two-parter here, so you'll hear us very soon where we're going to preview our game coming up against the Saints as well. But for posterity, shout out to the Jizzler and go Crom, everyone.
Go Crom.
Go Crom.